Hey Uncle Bill, it's Jack here. I thought I might as well do a video and then it's kind of just, it's easier for both of us. You can just sit here and fucking watch and I can just yap on and what'd you say there with my bullshit. So but anyways, so I'm making this because I want you to buy CP, and the nice thing about CP is it doesn't matter when you buy it because it's not correlated with the market. Like whatever it's correlated, but like whatever the market really does doesn't matter with CP. And I'll also get into why it's well, yeah, but just buy it whenever you want. Doesn't really matter about the price. You have it already, but I want you to add some more to it because I was just on their conference call. Like they released their Q3 earnings and they have every company does a conference call. So I was on it. I've done God fucking 10 in the past 2 days. It's been a little bit insane. But anyways, so on it, basically why it's like CP is like my new number one stock all of a sudden because like on the conference call, the management and what management says, this is important, what management says is it's everything. What management says, it's like it's absolutely everything. And they were extremely excited. Like I've never been on I've never seen a company so excited before to have this deal going through. Like we talked about, like the Canada, US, Mexico one, and with Kansas City, and how it has to go through the antitrust people because if you've heard about Shaw and Bell and all that shit and how they're blocking it, it's the same thing. They want to make sure that it's not a monopoly, but it doesn't, make things worse. It's antitrust. They do it with all the big companies. Anytime they try and buy another company, they always have antitrust, and people always yap and bitch about it for good for sometimes most somewhat good reasons, to be fair. But anyways, point is that they were ecstatic and they made it seem as if the deal was really going through for sure. And this was the first time they were able, like 3 months ago, they didn't really talk about this deal at all, even though they announced it way back in like mm, April of 2020 or sorry, 2021, April of 2021. They last like 3 months ago, they did not talk about it. Like they talked about it, but they didn't really talk about it really at all. And this time they really went into as much detail as they can. Like they can't give specific details because of the regulation that this is going through. Like they can't say, okay, we're gonna connect this one, this one, this one, this one, and we're gonna do this and that. They can't really say much. They got to be really careful of what they say. But they were saying like this is gonna be huge. It's gonna be like a life changing like a life changing thing for the company. Like it's gonna be great. And I've ever since I came across this and I realized CP was doing it, I've thought the exact same thing, but I've never had like seen management so excited and bullish. Like, there's bullish and bearish. Bullish meaning you think the stock is going up. They were bullish. Like he said so himself on certain things that he was bullish, and it was a great conference call. And great management. I really like them a lot. But like CP is definitely my number one stock. So I didn't tell you to do it this morning because they reported earnings like just about 3 o'clock here. Like I was on I was on the phone on their conference call at 3:30 and stuff. So I had to, I wanted to make sure that, it was all good. You might as well not, buy something the day before earnings, which was just happened to what I was around then at the time. So whenever you want, add some more to it, buy a share or two or three. It's great. I love it. Um, and the deal is should be going through. The deal is like you kind of want to buy it now because the deal is going to be going through in the first quarter of 2023. Jeez, I'm getting my fucking years mixed up. Time flies. I keep getting 2020 and 21 and all this shit mixed up. But it's going through the first quarter of 2023. And the way they said it's going through, they can't say it like obviously directly it's going to go through for sure because it has to come to the final decision and all this other bullshit, yada yada yada. But they made it really seem like it's going through for sure. And honestly, if this deal falls through, that's the risk. If it falls through, it'll be really bad, like awful. But I would sue them for misleading us. I'm not even shitting you. Like I would literally sue them slash file a complaint. And you can do that. You can file a complaint. It doesn't matter who you are. for the management misleading you, because management has to be honest. They have to, like, they are everything. They have to be super careful in what they say. And they were ecstatic about this, like beyond excited. It was a great conference call. And it's like it's a great stock. Like ever since the deal was announced, the stock price hasn't really gone up. It's just been it's around the same as when the deal was announced. They issued a whole bunch of shares to be fair, but anyways, yeah, you can kind of see here like what their real. I was just trying to show this, how somewhat big of a deal is. Like, no, and oh, the very last thing was that he said that absolutely caught my attention, was really like the deal breaker for me, was that, how I've been talking about all this antitrust shit and all this stuff. Well, he said that, like, this was the CEO of CP here. He said that it is very unlikely that there's ever going to be another deal between railroads ever again after this one. Like, there's going to be no more another company buying another railroad company like almost ever again. Like, this hasn't happened. Like, a railroad deal like this hasn't happened in over 20 years, 20 years. And this, like, and what I was concerned about with this deal before this, because I looked into it, and you can't see it on the map here, but there's a whole bunch of other rail lines, obviously, and there's this one in Mexico here, and there's obviously, but the point is, there's a whole bunch of other fucking rail lines beside these two fuckers. And my worry was that some two big fuckers, others were going to get together, and somehow they were going to have, like, the US, Canada, and Mexico thing going. And it wouldn't, and then CP wouldn't have that competitive advantage. That was kind of what I was thinking, or at least, if not that, that somebody was going to do a big deal, and it affects the competition because that, whatever. But the CEO of CP like literally said that this is probably going to be the last railroad deal ever. And this is like, yeah, like the railroads that we have are literally going to be, well, at least in the ownership that they have, are going to be pretty much solidified forever. That really caught my eye, and that definitely made it a bit of a game changer for me, for sure. I've always loved CP, but that completely changed it, on top of just the management, which is everything, was just beyond ecstatic. Yeah, I'll leave it there. Hopefully that wasn't too long. But yeah, like I said, buy CP whenever the hell you want, because it's not really correlated to the market. Like with the market, like I can time it. I can tell you when to buy and when to sell, like when it's a good time. Like I only bought certain stocks of you this morning because, like I said, the market was up, but those two stocks were down. But like the point is, like, it's not correlated. This CP isn't correlated with the market, so you can kind of buy it whenever. It doesn't matter when you buy it, and arguably the sooner you buy it, the better, because the deal is going to go through in the first quarter of 2023, and that'll be huge for it. So yeah, I will wrap it up there, Uncle Bill, and yeah,